Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am Abigail, the ultimate guru. With me is my co host, the world's only comedian, Bryden Proctor.
Hello.
You don't have to worry about a thing because we are here to help. If you'd like to submit a Dear Abby question, you can DM me on Twitter at OctoAbby. Send me a bunch. Just send me a ton. Just keep sending me them every single day, please. Bryden is at one and only Bryden. That's the number one, not the word. For as little as $1 a month, you can get access to all of our bonus episodes, which we release on Mondays at patreon.com/here to help podcast. We appreciate our patrons very much.
That's actually true. Somebody said recently that they said something about disdain for the audience. I was like, I like these
Yeah.
people a lot. Let's just call them what they are. They're fat alcoholic weebs, Like, that's the
Yeah.
truth.
Yeah, I believe he said that we really have that vintage disdain for the audience down,
Yeah,
which is,
no.
yeah.
I like you guys, but I mean, let's think about who you are. I mean, you're a bunch of fucking drunk weebs, and I mean, maybe you'll lose the weight, but I mean, I'm not gonna lose
Maybe.
the fucking weight. So, I'm right there with you, being a fucking tubbo, big old tub of lard. If he
He
was
is.
Irish, Tubbo is Tubbalar. Tubbalar is Irish. Oh my god,
No,
come
they
on
love
down to
it.
Tubbalar's.
This is a pretty good accent, actually. No, but they love it. They love the disdain. They're coming back for more every week, so they must love it.
It's the only girl's voice they've ever heard besides their mom's.
It's very possible. It's very possible, and that's why they say it's soothing. It's not very soothing, but they think it's soothing.
A fucking Arpad told me the other day, he was like, she's got a real good podcast voice. And I was like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, she's good at podcasting, I suppose.
I have a voice.
Well, well, what was funny is he asked, he was like, is she really masculine? I'm like, yeah, of course. Of course.
Does he expect you to be honest about
Looks
that?
like
That's the thing. Not very smart.
she looks like Michelle Obama, dude.
I look exactly like her. It was so funny. So there's this show on Netflix. It's called Waffles and Moki, where these puppets cook and they show you how to cook and stuff or something, and they're named Waffles and Moki.
Please tell me
But
this is a fucking kid show and it's not for
it
middle-aged
is.
white women.
It
Okay,
is.
thank
It
God.
is. It's a kids show, and Michelle Obama, because of their Netflix deal they did, is a main like she comes in and talks to the puppets about things, right? And so my husband comes home from work one time and the kids are watching Waffles and Moki. He's like, "Why is Michelle Obama talking to puppets?" It was,
Well, what the
I had
hell
to
else?
explain it. It's like, I don't know, honey. I don't. This is what she's got going for her right now. She just talks to puppets.
Also, it'd be way funnier if Michelle Obama was talking to two puppets named fucking Waffles and Chicken.
Yeah. She's like talking about like the plight of black people and what it's like to be a president's wife and stuff. It's like this, none of this has to do with cooking. I don't know what you're doing or why you're here, but
I think the plight of being a president's wife is probably
it's
a
gotta
little bit
be really
more.
rough.
Well, I just figure it's more unique. Like there's no reason to be like, it's a children's cooking show. It's like, and I don't know. Sometimes there's not Wawa's in our neighborhood. It's like different. And that's not interesting to kids. Now, what it's like to fuck your way into for some reason powerful position in the in the U.S. government is a way more interesting story, more
Yeah,
inspiring for children. I think it's like someday you too can be goddamn useless.
exactly.
It's for all the little girls out there, just like you too can just be a fucking useless piece of shit. They ought to get like a real tough woman on there, like Sinead O'Connor,
Yeah.
she was talented and then like tore the Pope's picture up for some reason.
I actually really like that Michelle Obama is on this show though, because now my kids have it in their head that Michelle Obama is the Waffles and Moki lady. Like she's not like the president's wife. She's not the first lady. She's on this stupid show, this really stupid
So
show
you
with puppets cooking.
so you don't do history at all in fucking homeschooling
No,
then, huh?
we do. I was like, well, she used to be the president's wife, but we haven't gotten to modern day yet. We're working on Greek mythology still.
That's not even a fucking thing that comes up in life.
It doesn't matter. They're interested in it. It's good. Look, they're
Homeschooling's
not
for
going to
hippies.
be. Look, it's great. They should learn these things.
No, see, the problem with all school is one, down with homework, but two, is that teachers always suck. And the reason is homeschooling, public schools, any of that, it's just a dumb bitch teaching them stuff. This is why we're screwed, is because no matter where they go to school, it's just a dumb bitch teaching them.
Well, statistically speaking, I must be a less dumb bitch than most public school teachers because homeschool kids do better in testing and in college.
Oh, so they're just in college already then, huh? You
Well,
got
no,
a fucking Doogie Howser running around there, huh? He's a
we're gonna get
doctor,
there.
a
We're
child
gonna get
doctor.
there. Look, no. Based on the stats, it's very likely that I will turn out to be less of a dumb bitch than a public school teacher. Maybe slightly less.
I think they also have more kids, and there's tons more kids in public school.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that you're
They're not
adjusting for this.
teaching.
I don't
They're
think.
just telling them about, like, look, there's a trans flag behind me. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, but all you're doing is going, actually, Jupiter is not only a fucking planet, supposedly, it's also a Greek god or whatever. And then there's the Roman
How
gods.
is learning the origin of the names of planets not a good thing for children to learn
Just
if
'cause
they're learning about planets?
they're not real. Tell them that the moon is hollow and probably a spaceship.
That's fine.
You know what? I could homeschool. I'd pop on InfoWars and go play video games.
But Mommy, are these people really all pot-bellied demons who are coming to drink our blood? Yes, honey. Yes.
Well, tell me they're not.
Well, I mean, they are, but I feel like it's not really an age-appropriate curriculum.
Never too early to learn the truth.
That's fair. Maybe we can, like...
There's a war on for your mind. You are giving up your children to these pot-bellied demons by teaching them gay shit about, like, Greeks. I'm pretty sure they butt-fucked little boys. I think they did that. That was them and the Romans. Probably both.
They did do that.
I think they did it. It was popular back in them days. Was butt-fucking
None of
little
that.
boys.
None of that is in the books I'm giving them, though.
Well, see, and then even those books are filled with lies because you go, there was all this list of Greek shit, and you know what else? Man, they used to butt fuck a lot.
Well, why would they need to know that part?
They're gonna find out eventually if they're so smart. They're gonna go to fucking college at 10.
Well, they can figure it out when they go to college at 10.
Well,
There's
I don't
another
want them to
year
figure that
before
out.
that happens. Okay, let's move on. We did a poll after last week's episode where we had John on. She was lovely and wonderful. I liked her. I like her in general, but I liked her on the show also. She won, of course, the poll. Our guests usually win the polls, honestly.
But who came in? Who came in second there?
That would be Bryden.
That was the old Bryden.
It's true.
Running it in.
Well, that's because John took all of my votes. Like everyone that would have normally voted for me voted for John because they like her better than me because she has more testosterone than me.
It's a classic.
Which is shocking.
She does kind of sound like a 10-year-old dude.
There was finally someone on the show who has more testosterone than me. It was very impressive. I'm proud of her for that.
I'm gonna start not laughing at your jokes at all. I'm gonna fucking straight face it. Just do awkward fucking episodes.
No, that's fine. Then I'll just pretend that everything I said is funny.
I can just start putting booze in there. That would rule.
No, don't. It's not fair that you have drops I can't hear. You have to make it to where I can hear them.
Yeah, but that seems like a lot of work.
It's probably not even that much work. You just hate me. You just hate me.
I've been meaning to do it forever, but
you just like, oh, I'm gonna produce the show. Does no producing.
Yeah. I've heard all this before.
Do you want to get into our Dear Abbies?
Let's get into the Dear Flabbies.
All right, the Dear Flabby, Dear Abby, and Bryson. He says with a question mark in parentheses.
I mean, it's not like he misheard it either. You can just look at it and read it. So this guy's retarded.
Oh, he's my newest mutual. He sent me messages asking me to please be his mutual, and then I didn't respond to him, and then he unfollowed me,
That
and I
rules.
was like, "What?" And so I followed him, and now we're mutuals. Anyway, thank you, Rob. Um,
I like how you're also confused by that. You're like, I don't know. I just totally fucking ignored this guy who was like, really like.
well, it's weird to be like, "Will you be my mutual?" It's like, well, I mean, just comment some stuff I think is funny, and I'll follow you back.
I
Like
don't
once
think
I
it's that
see
weird.
someone commenting on my stuff, I follow back.
If literally anybody like even asks me ever like, hey, will you follow me? I usually do.
So you just do whatever someone tells you to do. You're
On
just like a
fucking
follower.
on Twitter, yeah, I'm definitely a follower of many people
You're,
on Twitter.
you're a poser is what you are.
I just don't look at this as seriously as you might.
Yeah, I take it very seriously.
Anyway, what did this fucking dummy say?
He's wonderful. He's like one of the 2 people that actually sent in Dear Abby's this
He's
week.
on my fucking shit list. He can go and suck it.
Okay, how do I tell my girlfriend, who is the daughter of Ukrainian immigrants and
boy.
whose father has since returned to fight for Ukraine, that I support Russia in the current conflict and hope her father dies, not on account of my
What the
wickedness,
fuck?
but also
Okay, wait,
because
stop, real quick. You don't. Like, you don't say that to her at all. You can think it, but you don't say it. And also, by the way, did he mean boyfriend? Because it's pretty gay to take a side in some fucking Slavic crap outside of, I hope it doesn't fuck over America. I hate that America's half involved in that. Nah, fuck both those
That's
people.
stupid. We are involved. We're sending Ukraine so much money.
And let's not do that.
Alone is enough reason to be anti-Ukraine.
That's fine. I'm anti-Ukraine. I'm also anti-Russia. I don't give a shit about a bunch of Slavic bullshit.
Okay.
What a loser.
I mean, we're
All right.
involved.
Yeah,
And NATO's involved.
And that
like,
sucks.
It's kind of a big deal.
And also, by the way, no, we're not. We're just kind of edging along World War III a little bit. All right?
Yeah, on purpose, intentionally.
You know what? Good. It's the only good thing Biden's ever done is try to kill the whole world.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. I hate these people. And I hate talking to my uncle every week and him being like, yeah, Putin's trying to kill all the Jews. And
I think he's trying to do that.
Next Hitler. And he said that, what's his face? Oh, shoot. What's his face?
Hitler? Putin too?
No, the Russian guy.
Trump?
The Russian guy.
Oh, wait. The Russian guy is Putin. The Ukrainian guy is Zelensky.
Putin. Why can't I remember his name?
Because it all sounds like vodka.
His daughter was blown up.
Oh, shit. Now I can't remember his name.
Why can't I know what his name is? I was just debating about this.
Why are you debating?
Because my uncle likes to debate me because he's a dumb boomer who believes everything the news tells him, and he thinks it's fun to debate me about it and pretend he's superior to me because I'm informed. I watch the news. Like anyway, but what the. Anyway,
it's unimportant. I'll think of it like halfway through the fucking show. I'm trying to look it up right now, but
how on earth did I forget?
Dugan. It's Dugan.
Is?
There we go.
Dugan. Okay, so he was saying that
I want to point out that I didn't get it on the Google search, but I was going through in the back of my mind. What are all these people that I hate? Oh yeah, Dugan's that guy.
Yeah. Well, my uncle told me that Dugan's daughter deserved to be blown up because Dugan passed a law that said that every ethnic Russian outside of Russia is now subject to Russian law enforced by the KGB, who will be in every country enforcing this. And this is what the news told him. And because the news and the unbiased news channel that he found that's actually unbiased, he says, told him this. And I was just telling him, like, that's nonsense.
But Alexander Dugan,
they're just lying to you.
Alexander Dugan's not even like a politician guy. He just writes books.
Yeah, and also you literally cannot do that. You cannot just be like, okay, yeah, we're gonna find all the ethnic Russians and send KGB agents to hold them to Russian laws outside of our country. Like, it makes no sense. And he also says
Well.
that the socialists in power in the United States right now are friends of Russia and hate Ukraine. Like, the
Did he
people
get?
in charge who are currently sending billions of our tax dollars to Ukraine are actually anti-Ukraine and pro-Putin. This is the stuff that the news is telling these people.
I
Like,
don't
it
think
matters.
that I don't think the news is saying that even at all. I think that maybe your uncle might be fucking retarded because there's been
He
several
is.
stories
He
of
is retarded.
well, there's been several stories of that happening with China. Even
Well, I don't
the
know.
finding like
Yeah.
the CCP fucking finding people and trying to threaten them and stuff all around the world, supposedly. But he sounds like he's retarded. Either way, every country that's not America sucks.
Well, his parents, his elderly parents, they're like in their 90s, are also watching the news with him and like crying to me about when I visit about how Putin is going to kill all the Jews in the world. And they're saying the same stuff and they're all watching the same news channel. So I don't even think it's just him misinterpreting. It's whatever this mysterious news channel is that they found that's supposedly unbiased is telling them these things. Anyway, that's besides the point. I think it's important because they're trying so hard to propagandize people in a certain way. Like, it is affecting our country right now and all the tax money and yeah.
That's so fucking boring that while you were doing that, I thought of something hilarious. What if there was a porno parody instead of InfoWars? It was Ninfowars.
Oh goodness. It's like when Chrissy Mayer and Lila Hart went on InfoWars. Did you see that, by the way?
No, I don't really watch InfoWars.
That's what made me like Lila after I hated her initially.
I don't even know who that is.
With her info, it doesn't matter. They're female comedians. I've been trying.
Chrissy Mayer's funny.
Keep up with female comedians.
Well, it must be easy. There's only 4.
Yeah, it is. It's easy, but I always hate them initially, and I have to listen to them a whole bunch to like let them kind of their personalities grow on me. I might just hate women.
Hell yeah, dude.
Honestly, I think I just hate individual women. And I love women as a whole, and I defend women as a whole, but when I have to talk to one individually, it's like... Anyway, that's beside the point. I was trying to read this Dear Abby.
Finish this fucking shit. This guy, I've already had my answer, which is, why would you think that you should say that ever to your girlfriend?
Let me finish it. That I support Russia in the current conflict and hope her father dies. Not on account of my wickedness, but because he is an evil and abusive person, and also because I strongly support Russia against Ukraine. I eagerly look forward to your podcast.
Those are 2 different things. Like, if he is just a fucking asshole and like a shitty dude, and you want him to die, like, also probably still don't say that to her. Just be like, hey, he's a prick, you know? But I don't know why you gotta bring the politics of it in there. And you'd be like, and by the way, my personality is just this. Like, you can just be a good, normal dude.
Yeah, I agree, actually. I think you could just not say it. But if you were going to say it to her, just say it exactly. Actually, just show her this DM.
Just have her listen to this fucking podcast. That way, like, also, now that you've already broken up with him, woman who's listening to this podcast, if you want to DM me, it's one and only Bryden, and feet and tits are number one. And feet and tits are greatly appreciated. Thanks.
Don't send him any dirty pictures.
Send me dirty pictures.
Deserve it.
What am I going to even do? What am I going to even do with some fucking dumb whores fucking photos? You know, I'm 35.
You don't deserve it.
I'll just post them. I'll be like,
look 35. He's got erectile dysfunction.
No, but
there's 2 people with EDs on this podcast. 2 different kinds. Eating disorder. This is the ED podcast.
It
really is.
It's pretty good. Yeah, No, this cannot be a real fucking. He's not serious. That's an.
I don't know him very well. We just became mutuals because he like did some weird like PUA dread game crap on me, mutual style.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know who he is.
You're saying this guy's fucking weird? Yeah, I fucking hadn't gathered. Hadn't gathered that. No, you just don't say anything, dude. But if he's being fucking strange and abusive to your girlfriend, then you should probably just, I don't know, take it from the strange and abusive part instead of just injecting some weird fringe right-wing politics
That's a
shit.
good point. Just tell her, I hope he dies because he was mean to you.
Yep, you don't even say the I hope he dies part. You don't even
just
say
make
that.
it all about her and her feelings.
Just say, I think that guy's a fucking asshole, and here's why. And you do leave out the whole weird shit that you got going on with Russia.
Okay, next one. Dear Abby, how do you stop your husband from kicking the top sheet down to the end of the bed every night?
No, actually, dear listener, you should sleep outside like a dog and the bitch that you are.
I hope you're listening, listener. That's how he feels about you. Actually, I think you should make him use his own blankets and just use some of your own. I don't know why you're even sharing blankets.
I would love that. What if we didn't share apartments?
And you can just share,
states.
like, just slip under his blanket while you're cuddling and then go back to your own blanket, you know, when you're going to sleep.
Don't get this fucking cuddling idea in anybody's head. I go to sleep drunk. This is, by the way,
just goes and passes out.
By the way, new listener, this is my passive aggressive fucking girlfriend / fiance / whatever. We're getting married. I mean, it's the whole deal, I guess. So I don't know why she said husband. Common law wife.
She's your wife.
Yeah, but that's some other bullshit. Why even send this in? This is first of all,
because she wants everyone to know, and she's naming you and shaming you. Why are you doing this?
I'm asleep.
That's fair. You just move a lot in your sleep?
I'm fucking tense and terrible. I don't sleep well. I got too much genius going on.
I don't know. I think that maybe you should just sleep in separate rooms. Like make him set up a cot in his little studio and he could sleep on that.
I would love that. The best days of my life were just sleeping in a studio apartment. And just everything was, I'd wake up, go to work drunk, come home drunk. I'd drink at work too. Then I'd like live stream, podcast, all of that. Drunk, smell like shit, go to bed, sweaty, doesn't even matter.
Yeah, just kick him out of bed at this point. Yeah, this is horrific. Actually,
I shower all the time now, by the way.
My husband and I actually sleep in different rooms because I co-sleep with babies and stuff. And my toddler's actually still in bed with me because he's very clingy. My husband does not tolerate all the like wiggling and like wake ups very well, so he sleeps in a different room. But it's really nice because I put the kid to bed and I get up and hang out with my husband for a while, and then I can just go to bed on my own. I don't have to worry about any blanket problems. I just have a toddler. I've got plenty of, well, he kind of pushes me slowly off the bed in the middle of the night. But it's like I don't have to deal with two people in the bed with me. It's nice. This is ideal, actually. And it also means that there's no like, I'm not going to go down that drain. Never mind. No, there is, but I can
You're not going to go down that drain?
I can just leave after. It's nice.
You're definitely going down the drain. I know that. No, that's what we have to do a lot of the time because Erica gets up fucking like an hour before I do, which is like...
See, that's good enough reason. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt to share. My husband has to get up a lot earlier than I do for work and stuff too. It's like when we were sharing a room and a bed, I wouldn't be able to go back to sleep. That's just my main complaint. A pain. Well, yeah, I don't know. I think that, yeah, if you can tolerate not sharing a room, if you've got like a guest bedroom that you could just have as a second bedroom in your house, like that's ideal.
See, I don't have that. What I have is a TV station that I've made in my fucking... We have to rent a 2-bedroom apartment because I have a TV station in a room.
It can go right behind you, like between your chair and the green screen.
But no, like weekends, whatever. She sneaks her way in there, but you know, it's and I'll sneak my way in there, if you know what I'm saying, boys. Boys,
Crazy.
woo!
All right.
Yeah!
Since we already
Banging.
went down this trail anyway, it is nice to have a definite, like, I'm tired tonight. And because you're not in the same bed, you get a night off. Like,
No, all people, I mean, women should sleep outside like the dogs that they are.
put him in the dog crate.
I mean, and pour
I
milk
put my
on them.
I put my toddler in the dog crate one time. It's a pretty big dog crate because he was being ridiculous and he wanted to go in there. He just
assume so.
would not stay out. So I just shut the door and I locked him in there and he was so happy. And 20
Yeah.
minutes later, I had to drag him out. And I was like, what if I just got him his own dog crate?
Well, kids like dog crates.
He could just, like, I could put a pallet in there and he could, like, I wouldn't lock him in there or anything, but what if that's the way to get him out of my bed?
Well, you know, Roscoe's kid, we got to have Roscoe back on. Roscoe, he just got him like a little, got his kid a little tent, and he just put a fucking dog bed in there because it's like a small thing you could put in there. Kid loved it.
Yeah.
You know, they like that stuff because it's like, if you got to think about, like, if you're a kid, you got to remember, like, back when you were a kid, this is like a fort, my dude. Like,
yeah. It's fun.
Fucking
Well, I'd
rules.
have a blanket over the top so it's extra fort-like
Yeah.
because the dog just prefers it like that. Yeah.
I mean, it's gross that the dog also sleeps in there, but I mean, I got into dog crates as a kid. I mean, like,
Yeah, well, he's a toddler. He's always stinky anyway.
it's true, but they love that shit. Kids love that. Now, this is not an endorsement of locking your children in dog crates, everybody.
Only if they really love it and are overjoyed and won't let you pull them out.
That's because it's like a fort. Man, I miss building the fort, and then I guess I've kind of done that because I have a TV station in my fucking.
You've even got a blanket up on the wall. It's kind of like
a blanket.
fort.
It is fabric, but it is a green screen, and it's for live streaming, and it's not worked out for me, but still. That's so that people can see the video game or the YouTube video behind me, as I call people fat on the internet or get scared.
It's very important. Or get scared.
Yeah, you know, playing video games.
Scared of the fat people.
I often am scared of fat people.
They're kind of scary sometimes.
Well, you know, I mean, like, depends on the person. I don't know. There's some there's some fat people that rule, like wrestlers. I'm not scared of
That's even scarier. No, the reason they're scarier is because they've got all that weight. They would just have to sit on you.
No, that's not what
incapacitate you.
That's not what sumo wrestlers do, dude. Sumo wrestlers are fucking athletes.
Yeah. Oh, have you ever
tune into my live streams, by the way, everybody? That's the type of shit that I watch. I just go, wow, sumo wrestlers are fucking cool.
Have you ever worn one of those big fat sumo suits? Like you know what I mean? I went to a youth church on Wednesday nights for a couple of years when I was a teenager because my friends did and stuff, and we'd smoke weed and then go, and there's like a freaking rock band and smoke machines and a light show. Like, it was super cool. And one time they were like, who wants to do the sumo wrestling? And they had the big suits, and I was like, me. I got to do the sumo wrestling, and it was so hard to move in them, but it was the most fun. And then I got stuck on my back like a turtle trying to sumo wrestle with some other kid. It was so fun.
I mean, your face does kind of look like a fucking snapping turtle, though, if we're being honest.
It does look like a little bit like a snapping turtle. That's fair.
Holy shit. What is that cartoon turtle?
There's Franklin?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's looking up a picture of Franklin to compare to me right now.
You look like Franklin the turtle, you dumb bitch. Oh, that rules. Gay?
Fine. Turtles are cute.
They're not.
Nice.
They're gross, but
They're great.
I had to move one out of the. I had to. They do stink, and they're mean. I had to move one out of the road the other day. I was driving and I was like slammed on the brakes, almost got into an accident. It was like turtle, but the people behind me understood. They saw me move the turtle and they were like, "Oh, that's good." Like, everybody knows don't run over turtles, but yeah. They're not. They're not cute. Whatever you want to fucking cope and tell yourself.
They're very cute. I like turtles.
Yeah. All right, Franklin.
Oh, I wasn't saying, I wasn't talking about The Future is Wild on air. I think that was before, but they had a giant
just you
tortoise
gotta move on.
thing. Okay.
You gotta
It
move
was
on.
bigger than dinosaurs.
It's not real. It's so less real than dinosaurs.
It looked pretty realistic to me.
Do the
That
podcast.
horrible 2005 CGI.
I'll bet it
Or
did.
2002 or something.
like-
Okay, let's go. We're moving on. Reddit segment. Is everyone ready?
It's only me, you, and your insecurities. So let's fucking go.
Exactly. And there's so many of them too.
Hey, at least you're fucking, at least you are observant.
Yes.
I'll give you that.
Introspective, even.
Well, let's not get that far.
Am I the asshole for kicking my sister-in-law out for eating my order? My husband's sister moved in with us after a major argument about the baby's name. They're expecting, and she's 7 months in.
Whoa.
So she moved out of her husband's house because they were arguing about what they should name their baby, and she's 7 months pregnant, and now she's living with her brother.
Damn, that kid's gonna be a criminal. That's a shame.
She's known to be picky and refuses to eat what we normally cook. So we only cook her favorite food, which I can't eat because I have allergies. Every day at dinner, I have to figure out what to eat since she only eats food that I'm allergic to. Like exclusively, I guess. That's kind of absurd, but whatever. She's probably doing it on purpose. Then.
What is that? Yeah, what does that even mean? It's like I don't
give
know.
Any examples?
All she eats is shellfish, like just all the time.
Just shrimp and everything. Yeah. Okay. Last night, my husband agreed that he'd cook for her and cook for us together separately. So the sister-in-law gets a meal cooked for her, and then they wash the dishes or whatever, cook something for them separately. Very simple. I got home after a long day at work and found out that sister-in-law convinced my husband to only cook the meal she wanted and cancel on the meal we planned to have. I saw them eating together in the kitchen. My husband apologetically said his sister convinced him to eat with her and not cook the meal I wanted us both to have.
What is that? Hold on. How do you convince? You'd be like, hey, we got peanut butter. She'll be fine. Don't worry about it. How do you convince that?
Dude, I don't know. Well, okay. If you get on any mom forums, this is the sort of post you'll see with like husbands or like they might as well be married to their mom or their sister or their aunt or whoever is causing the problems. Like they just do not care about their wives compared to their own family, basically.
Okay.
Like they yeah.
That rules. Do not care about your wife.
No.
You already got her, dumbass. Just doesn't matter.
She could leave.
Nah.
What do you mean you already got her?
Nah. Where's she gonna go?
I don't know. Well, his sister left and went to him for a baby.
And you know what? That first of all, we don't know that the sister was married. I would almost guarantee that she was not.
Probably not.
And it sounds like that guy just out of a lot of gay responsibilities. Dudes rocking always. Dudes always win. Ladies always lose.
I said it was fine. Like all caps, fine. Obviously upset. Then went to order some food from the restaurant. I went to take a shower and did some work on my laptop.
Please tell me she canceled it again.
Then came down. It's worse. Then came downstairs to find my order placed on the kitchen counter. It was open and someone ate the majority of it. I turned around. It's like a freaking horror movie. I turned around and there was sister-in-law standing there saying she woke up hungry and couldn't resist the smell that was coming out of the box.
Oh, dude. How bad is this broad that she's like, I couldn't resist the smell?
Well, she's pregnant, but like, dude, women will use being pregnant as an excuse to just be the shittiest person you've ever met. Sometimes it's ridiculous.
Oh, I'm sure women use being a woman as the shittiest excuse to not do things. Like, oh, this box of pillows is So pregnant? Are you kidding me? God damn, that's your fucking 9 months out. You only need one of those months. I say month 9, no more carrying the groceries at. I understand. But the rest
Well,
of it,
it just depends. Some women can do it all the whole time. It just depends on the pregnancy. Because all three of mine were very different in
speaking
that
of
respect.
depends, you ever have to wear those while you were pregnant? Because I hear you guys shit and
No.
piss yourself a bunch.
No, I've never had that problem actually.
It's a thing, though.
Um,
It's a thing, though. I've
yeah,
heard stories.
it is a thing.
Pregnant women. See, pregnant women will use being pregnant as an excuse to just shit themselves.
Well, you don't even have an excuse. You just do it. And it's been documented on this show. And you were just telling me right before we started, am I going to poop or am I going to fart? And then you farted. Like you weren't even sure.
I still
You
gamble.
didn't even want to go try to get to the bathroom.
I did gamble on that one. But, that's how those things happen.
You don't even have the excuse of being pregnant.
No, the excuse is that I'm a dude. I don't give a shit. The show would go on with or without you or me pooping my pants, all right?
That's true.
It's
true. We could just sit here and poop the whole time.
No, we couldn't. If you poop, you're done. I could poop and people would go, that's hilarious. If you poop, it's over for you. You're done.
I lost it and yelled at her asking what the fuck she did that. Why the fuck it's WTF. She did that. But she said that she did save me some, which isn't true because there was only some rice and dressing.
I was just going to say, was it just the rice?
We started arguing and I told her I couldn't take this anymore and told her to pack her shit and leave first thing in the morning. She began crying, and my husband got involved and defended her up and down repeatedly, saying she's pregnant and is eating for two, basically.
Oh, God. She's being a fucking cunt for two. That's what's happening. She's being a greedy bitch.
Yeah. He suggested I go make myself something quick from the fridge and let it go, but I refused, and a bigger argument ensued. Am I the asshole for kicking her out over this? No, you're not the asshole. This is ridiculous. So first of all, the sister-in-law is like an insane person.
She's very big. What a pig.
A bitch. Like such a massive, very round bitch who's just eating. Not only did she convince your husband that basically you don't need to eat dinner tonight, when you went to order your own food to fix the problem, she ate that too. Why would he stick up for her? What is wrong with this man?
What is
he sleeping with the sister?
Do we know if this is in Tennessee or not?
No, it does not say. I bet he's sleeping with the sister.
Alabama, Georgia, all suspect places. West Virginia, there's a lot of places.
This is just Southern hate. I don't appreciate it.
Yes. But, well, I live in the South.
At least they're not from Ohio.
Listen, Ohio is a fantastic place filled with people.
The only thing I know about Ohio is the Drew Carey show.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the Drew Carey show, I would know nothing about Ohio.
Hawthorne Heights. Hey there. And I can't make it on my own. How are you going to, bite my entire fucking childhood with your stupid ass? And your bangs look like shit, by the way. And
my bangs are great; they're perfect.
And not gonna know about Hawthorne Heights.
Who cares? What does it matter? I like one band that is in the same groups, but sounds nothing like any of those other bands. And you're just like, why don't you know all these other shitty people who have really annoying, whiny, gay voices?
Yeah, because Gerard Way is really known for how not whiny and gay his voice is.
He does have a high-pitched voice, but he does a lot better with it.
You know nothing about anything, and this is why, listen, we don't know that perhaps the original poster of this post here, this Reddit post, what if she is bigger than the sun? And this is their attempt to try and find this is my 500-pound life, and they're this is their attempt. They're only eat the rice and the vinaigrette.
Well, rice is not what you want to give her. You would want to give her whatever the main portion was and cut out the rice, because the rice is useless carbs at that point. Give her the meat.
I don't think that carbs have rice in it, or rice have carbs in it. Shut up.
You're so smart.
Dude, I am smart. Fucking genius,
Okay.
dude.
Yeah, no, you should just leave. Just like, you know what you should do? You should move in with your sister-in-law's ex, maybe, who she fought with over the baby name and moved out. Just move in with him. Just trade.
What if they would be bros? We could play Madden together. That would rule.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
gotta.
they just hang out, and I bet he wouldn't eat all your food. He's not pregnant.
I.
I bet he's tired of her shit too. You could commiserate and play video games together. It'd be great.
This woman does sound fucking terrible, though.
She is horrible. She's just a bitch. That's my advice. Move in with the other guy. Okay. Am I the
Sorry,
asshole?
I'm checking the fucking score of the game.
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? What game? Baseball?
Yeah, it's a World Series, bitch. I got fucking money on this.
Am I the asshole for choosing my budget over my boyfriend this Halloween?
What does that even mean?
Well, we're gonna find
Wait,
out.
did we get our advice to the last one was that Ham Planet pregnant bitch needs to go give birth homeless on the street?
Well, that seems like it's your advice. I told her she should go steal her sister-in-law's ex.
Okay, listen here, Marie. You gotta start giving people real fucking advice. You can't be embarrassed by
No, you can't live there. You can't do this. You cannot live there if your husband is going to put any person before you, much less another woman, in this way, in your own home, to the point where they just don't think you need to eat dinner. Like, it's totally fine, and he's going to defend her. Like, fine, he can go screw his sister then. You don't need to be there anymore. Leave.
Well, I don't know. Just another baby born in the ghetto. In the ghetto. You're never gonna get that.
I don't know. I feel like it is. I feel like enabling and condoning and defending abuse of your wife is not quite as bad, but borderline abusive.
I don't know if it's abuse. She's just being a shitty fucking roommate.
No. These things are not happening in a vacuum. Like, she's literally not. The woman is claiming that the only thing she will eat is what his wife is allergic to. Do you really think that's coincidence? That's insane.
No,
she left over a fight over a baby name. Like, this woman is insane and conniving. Like, this is not. I think that it's pretty safe to assume that this is like a trend. This is a pattern of behavior that is happening. And if your husband is going to continuously enable others' abuse of you, then he may as well be the one doing the abusing. Like, you see this all the time in mom forums, like mother-in-law legitimately being abusive towards the wife. And the husband says, well, you need to get over it because she's my mom, and we'll defend the mom. It's like, you might as well just be abusing her yourself at that point.
You know what? I think that's solid advice. He should start abusing her.
Yeah, he might as well.
I mean,
it'd be about the same.
All right, so we've come down to some solid advice. He should beat the shit out of her. I think that's a good place to move on to the next one. Yeah, he should start being abusive towards her.
All right. Am I the asshole for choosing my budget over my boyfriend this Halloween? I need some perspective here. This whole thing is so out of control. This is one of those, you always know it's going to be good when a couple splits finances. You know what I mean? I don't know why, but there's just always problems.
We split finances.
Like, evenly, like you're anal about it situation.
Oh,
like,
I wouldn't say it's fucking even at all, but we have separate bank accounts and always will.
Okay, well, that's different than like, okay, these people that count every penny and it has to be fair, and I'm not gonna support you during your maternity leave because you have to contribute, or like, I make $100,000 and she makes $50,000 and we both split finances 50-50 equally and stuff like that. Like, those posts are always terrible.
No, that still seems fair to me.
Really? If you were making twice as much and you're making her pay literally half of the bills.
Well, yeah. I mean, equitable. No, it is. It's equity and diversity and um no, like I don't make like double the amount that she fucking does. But like I mean, we basically make the same fucking amount of money, honestly. Uh
Well, then that's different
it's not different
in
cuz
that way.
if I was making double the amount, the only like on the internet, I let her pay the initial promotional fee on the internet because the only reason we got, the crazy lightning fast fucking fiber internet is because of my bullshit. It was hard for me to fucking put out a
Mhm.
solid stream like that. So I pay more for the internet. If I was like, it's time for us to buy a mansion because I'm a millionaire now, then yeah, I'd give her a little bit of a thing, but she'd still be paying rent. But as far as,
I don't know why you would do that though.
she's got to do something.
Like if you both contribute to like a joint account that goes toward bills or something, like I do kind of get that
I'm
if
not
you're both
bringing the
working,
corporations. I'm not bringing the
but
corporations into this. We just
okay,
settle this stuff on paper and text.
okay, fine. That's fine. But when you okay, if you're buying a
Hold
house
on, real quick. Hold on, real
based
quick.
on your income, what?
I just want everybody to know before Abby says this, she's maybe had one job ever her entire life,
Yeah.
and her official title is mom. I'm doing the air quotes on that. Mom. Mom is
Yeah, I
not a
don't
real
make any
job.
money.
That's why
I
you
don't
don't get
need to
paid.
have a job. I don't need to have a job.
Right.
I'm taking care of the house and the children and my husband.
It's not a job. You need to. You
I
need to.
didn't say it's a job.
It's not a job.
It's not a job. Why would it be a job? What does that mean? Why
It's
would
not a
it
job.
mean anything to say it is or isn't a job? That's totally beside the
I'm
point.
just saying you're out
Like,
of your
no,
element. You're out of
no,
your
when
element.
you're in a relationship, you shouldn't treat it like a business. I don't know.
You
It's
should
just not
treat
the same thing.
everything like a business. Are you
Yeah,
seriously
whatever.
not Donald Trump, dude? What the
Whatever. Look,
fuck?
how many of these have I read? Probably not on the show because a lot of them are very boring. But I scroll through Reddit a lot trying to find posts for the show, and they're almost every time I
Do
see
you
like
do
we
do
split
do
finances 50-50. It's like the wife says I make less than him, and so I literally have $100 left over every month while he has thousands. And he's got this big savings and he's just spending it on fun stuff, and I literally never can. And
see? We've
I
got the
feel
exact.
like
We
that's
have,
not a good way to treat your wife.
neither one of us are in that situation, but like Erica's got more money than me. You know why? Because I buy all kinds of shit all the time. That's rad.
Yeah, that's a different situation than if you paying 50% of the bills takes almost every cent of your income while I still have fun money. Like that's two different
I don't
situations.
know. Start up an OnlyFans there, lady.
Goodness gracious. Anyway,
No, it's easier.
I
No, it's easier to be a woman than it is to be a man. So even this 50-50 fucking bullshit. Okay. Oh, I don't have this fun.
it's so easy to be a woman.
It
I'm having a
is.
great
Just take fucking pictures of your feet and throw them up on the fucking internet. You can make a fortune. Unless you
No,
got
you can't.
hooves,
That's all
weirdos.
lie. We talked about this on the show before. How OnlyFans is a pyramid scheme, and only like the top percentage of women on there are making any money, and they're literally taking money from everyone below them, and like they're promising to women that like, yeah, you're going to be able to support yourself on this, but it's very few women who actually can. That's not even true.
Well,
On
I
the
don't know. How many men participate in corporations that, let's be honest, capitalism's a pyramid scheme, man.
okay, yeah,
And how many gentlemen go to work every day? Listen, ladies, I just say give it a try.
yeah.
Start out with
Brighton's
a
life is
zero
so
dollar a month.
hard. Brian's life is so hard.
I
He
bet.
has to go send emails and then come home and get so wasted he poops his pants
Well, yes.
regularly. Yeah, he doesn't ever have to deal with like hormonal changes that affect your entire like being. He's never going to go through the pain of childbirth. He doesn't know what it feels like to sit down and try to play Tropico 6 and every 5 minutes, your children are screaming about something. You can't even play Tropico 6.
Okay, one, Tropico is fucking retarded.
It's a good game. It's fun. I
It's
like
not.
it.
Real-time strategy games are gay.
No,
And two,
you're
I don't.
literally gay.
That's what I mean. That's what you get for being a hoe.
Yes, that's what it's called when you have children. It's called
Yes,
being a hoe.
it is called being a hoe. I listen to Kanye all fucking day and drive hundreds of miles around the city and meet with business owners and people of importance.
That sounds very difficult for you.
It is difficult. I don't get to wear this while I'm doing it. I have to wear 100% cotton and, there's like ties involved sometimes, not the cool cotton.
Oh, that's so rough. That's really, I'm sorry that happened to you.
It's more than emails. It's mostly emails.
I own my house and my boyfriend moved in January. We had a ton of early money arguments and agreed that we would keep a household budget. Also, he agreed to pay down his credit card debt. So I have more flexibility in my personal spending than he does. He has to pay his credit card debt down. Early after we moved in, my boyfriend told me that as a kid, he always wanted to live in one of the houses that were totally decorated for trick or treat and handed out full-sized candy.
Hell yes.
Here's where I messed up. I took this as a comment and not a plan. When the end of September came, we went to the Halloween store and he was under the impression that we had savings for this. I didn't know. We go over the monthly budget together and it was never listed. When he found out that there was no Halloween savings, we had an argument. So he hasn't saved anything for it at all. She's supposed to be saving for it because he made an offhand comment that she didn't realize was more than a comment.
No, that's crazy. If you have the idea of like, I always wanted to do this, well, then you got to save to do it.
Yeah.
Like, unless she was like, oh my God, you're right. We should definitely, like, unless puts excitement into it. And then that leads you to believe, like, yeah, we got to buy figurines and fucking blow up ghosts and shit. You just go, maybe next year. You don't get mad about that. You go, damn, that's a miss. Maybe next year.
Afterwards, I talked to friends who all said he had talked about trick or treat extensively and how much it meant. I chalked this one up to a misunderstanding on my part. So I came up with $500 of my money and went to him with an apology. He decided to buy one big piece, an animatronic clown and some lights.
That rules, though. That's enough to make your fucking, you're the trick or treat yard.
It wasn't enough for him.
Well,
it burned through the $500. Plus, he put a little on his own credit card. He wanted another big piece, and I was mad I wouldn't put it on my credit card. I asked if he wanted to put up handmade decorations or spider webs, but he said it would look cheap. A few weeks later, we had a fight over candy.
Can we? Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
First of all, the cobwebs always look cool, and they are cheap. But, like, nobody's like...
kind of cheap.
I don't know. Let's not go to that house. Those cobwebs look terrible. Like, that's not what's happening. It's not Christmas lights. But, I mean, I'm sorry. One figurine is enough. And also, what is these people's fascination with credit cards?
I don't know. They're using a lot of credit cards. They do not have the money to live like they're living or something. I don't know what's going on here.
That's a lot of credit cards going on. There's two of them talking, about the credit cards and for some bullshit. Like if they're like, we got to buy tires because, life. But I mean, they're like, here's a fucking Pennywise. One animatronic Pennywise isn't enough.
No. This is why he's in debt, I would imagine.
I spend like crazy. I'm in no debt. I'm also very fortunate.
Well, you've got a good job and stuff. I don't know. You can only have nice things if you make enough money. Well, you've got a good enough job that you're doing fine. You're living within your means.
Yeah. Isn't that the fucking truth? I live in a goddamn ghetto. But I don't have animatronic fucking Pennywise. And why would you think that you need more than one of those per year? That's part of decorations. You go like, you know what? Next year, we'll get an animatronic Jason. And then you build it up. And then by the time you're old, you're like, we're the cool house. It's something to shoot for. in your life instead of, well, let's do all this once and then next year we'll go, that was a pain in the ass to set up. Let's not do it. Sorry that we can't park the cars in the garage anymore, though.
Yeah, and it's also just it's not even his money. Like, yeah, it's all her money, and he wants her credit card.
What if he just his plan was to take off afterwards? He was like, one last Halloween and then I'm out of here.
Maybe so. A few weeks later, we had a fight over candy. He was still stuck on buying full-size bars. We easily get over 250 trick-or-treaters, and I said we just don't have that much money. So we got the bulk bags of good small bars. I also had these little coloring books for the allergy and diabetes kids.
Oh, dude,
I
that's going out of your way, dude.
Yeah. Jump forward to Halloween. Early kids show up and he's letting them grab handfuls. I remind him we have a ton of trick-or-treaters coming, and he got really annoyed. I'd ordered a pizza for us. So I get it and go inside for about 10 minutes. By the time I came back out, the trick-or-treat bowls were empty. He'd been dumping a third of a bowl in each kid's bag and had given out all the coloring books to whichever kids came along.
What happened to this dude on Halloween?
Dude, he's insane. He's just like throwing a tantrum.
Did he grow up in fucking Haddonfield or something like that? Like, what happened on Halloween? Is he part of the Myers family? What happened? I had to double down just in case people didn't get the fucking Haddonfield reference.
Yeah, I didn't get it at first.
Yeah, it's the town from Halloween. R.I.P. Judith Myers. And Lori was the main character. But no, something happened to this poor man on Halloween.
Well, I think he's just got problems in general. Like, he's acting like a child. And he doesn't understand how money works. Like, he comes into this relationship with a shit ton of debt, to the point where they have to have like arguments about the fact that he should probably pay down his debt.
It's none of her business. It's none of her business if he pays down his debt.
It is if he's going to be begging her for money because his credit cards are maxed out. Like, that is her business.
I should max out all my fucking credit cards. I'm going to Mexico.
Beg Erica for money.
Dude, oh no, I'm not coming back. I'm going to Mexico.
He told me that I'd have to go run out and buy more candy on my credit card.
Oh, on Halloween, by the way. On Halloween.
They don't have candy. The week of Halloween, the shelves are empty. Like, the whole week.
You got to go full bars then, and it's only Clark bars that are left.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Oh my goodness. On her credit card too. She literally gave him all the money she had to buy the stupid clown and stuff, and he wants her to go into debt to get some candy bars.
Something happened. Somebody got molested over on the Halloween, dude.
And it wasn't my fault that he just handed... Wait. I said I wasn't going to do that, and it wasn't my fault he just handed out 20 pounds of candy that fast. He started yelling right there in front of the kids. Oof. And I told him to come inside. Like, not even their own kids, like the neighborhood kids.
Yeah,
outside.
oh yeah. No, I get it, yeah.
He responded that he wasn't stopping trick-or-treating, even if there was no candy. So he's just going to sit there?
Or give out... Hey, please tell me that this ends with him giving out just slices of pizza.
I told him to have fun with the clown and went inside. He came in 15 minutes later. Then he demanded I leave for the night so that he could clear his head. He argued that it was fair. It's her house. She said at the very beginning she owned the house. Yeah. Then he demanded that I leave for the night so he could clear his head. He argued it was fair because I had already eaten, and it was my fault that Trick or Treat was ruined because I'm cheap. I handed the rest of the pizza at him and refused. He left and went to a friend's house, and I guess they spent the rest of the night drinking, handing out trick-or-treat candy, and texting me how awful and cheap I am.
Yes. That does sound like a good time, though. I'm on his side again because that does sound like a sweet fucking time.
I didn't tell you how old they were, but they did say she's 28 and he's 29. Like, this isn't like a 20-year-old. These people are almost 30.
That's a bit old.
These people are the same age as me and my husband, who have 3 children, and do not act like this. Generally,
that's pretty old to be That's damn. So this guy's nuts. I think is what it is. Yeah, I can't side with the fella on this one.
Problems.
Why are you
He's
feeding me
got it.
all these stories tonight that are, anti-dude?
Because I need you to admit that dudes do not rock.
That's not
Also, it was
fucking
the
true.
only Halloween story I could find.
So Halloween was just a fun time for everybody.
Yeah, I guess I didn't look hard enough.
I went to sleep at 7:30. I forgot it was Halloween. I was gonna stream a game, and then I was like, I'm hungover today.
My toddler had 103.4-degree fever. So
God
I was
damn.
putting him in a lukewarm bath and, wet rags on his head and begging him, please just drink the ibuprofen medicine. Just drink the medicine, please. And he wouldn't. So I had to keep like sneaking some into his drink and like being like, please just drink the Gatorade then. And it was just like, I don't know, man. He was having a hard time. And then, you know what he said this morning? He's feeling all better today.
Good.
He said, Mommy, I wish it was Halloween again. I want to do Halloween. This is not one of the ones you can make up. We can't just do it again. This is the only one that you can't like reschedule for people,
Well,
because
what's his favorite candy? I'll mail him some fucking candy.
Oh, we've got plenty of candy. He
All
just
right.
wants to walk around in his dragon costume that even had like a headpiece and stuff. He was so excited about that. It's got a tail and stuff.
Well, hey, don't worry, buddy. You're not gonna double in size in a year. I'm sure you'll still fucking fit. He's never gonna
he
be.
doubles in size every year.
Yeah, I know. That's a shame.
What to do for him? It's the one holiday because we've had someone sick on Christmas. Okay, we'll do it like the week after with everyone. We can reschedule with family for that. Every holiday except for Halloween.
You can't reschedule Halloween.
We can't just the next night go to people's houses trick or treat. Like that's not gonna work.
I'll bet you could see this is on the Nextdoor website. You could probably go. Please, do you have any leftover candy? My kid is a toddler.
Oh yeah.
Because I'd be down for that. If I saw that on the Nextdoor thing, I'd be like, absolutely. So you might.
Yeah, it's actually a good idea. I could maybe do that.
Yeah, if you're on the site for your neighborhood, yeah. I mean, it's just see, so you could give because he didn't need that much. He's a kid, he's like 15 minutes to be good.
Yeah, just anything. Yeah, just a few houses would be fine. We have a small neighborhood anyway, so it's usually not very long. But okay, our advice for this person.
You should kill that guy before he kills you. That's what I think.
Stick him inside the clown and sew him in and just let him figure that out. I bet he's too stupid. Like he's like a retarded child.
Like a
not
fucking
figure the way out. He would just be stuck in there forever.
Well, this is like the end of a Goosebumps book. It's like he was a jerk, and then he becomes the clown. And he's like, "I'm Halloween." Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Like
I did read a lot of Goosebumps when I was a kid. Like the first one I ever read was the one about the gnomes, like the lawn gnomes.
Oh yeah, I don't remember that, but I remember the cover, but I don't remember the book or the story itself.
God, there's just like the lawn gnomes keep moving around, and then at the end he goes into like a basement full of lawn gnomes, and they're like very angry or something. I don't remember.
Whoa,
it's very eventful.
you gotta do a spoiler alert on 30-year-old fucking books
that we all read in the 3rd grade. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I still use the Goosebumps TV intro for my dog alert on my streams. Because it's like do 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 do, and there's one that goes and that's where it cuts off, and I'm like, dog alert. That's for ugly ass women. Dog alert on that bitch. Women, they know.
I see.
I'm very creative.
Okay, let me see. Here's one in which
It's our last one, and then we gotta fucking end this and go to the Patreon.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Am I the asshole for telling my wife she was so close to getting her dream job? No. I'm a 33-year-old man and my wife is 27. Since the start of our relationship, that age gap is suspect. He's basically a pedophile.
Okay, Twitter.
Since the start of our relationship, my wife has been very particular about how things get done. and tends to believe that she knows the one true correct way for anything related to anything. She's admitted that
Whoa,
she can be a
whoa, whoa,
control
whoa,
freak,
whoa! Like a woman, you're saying?
like a woman. I know, I felt so bad. My husband was trying to iron his own clothes for the first time ever the other day, and he was really trying to help, and he was just
It's not hard to iron
running it
clothes, though.
over a little. Yeah, but they weren't being ironed. Like, he was just, like, running it over real
Well,
quick,
did he
like, just
burn it? Did he
these
burn
little
anything?
wrinkles. No, he didn't burn anything. There's just
Does he
still
know that
wrinkles.
he knows to press the button at the top, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He
I
just
mean,
was like, okay, next one.
no.
Next one.
Yeah, that's not
Like,
how
it
it
was really
works.
fast. And I walked over and I was like, maybe I shouldn't say anything. I was like, honey, you have to make sure like the shirt is flat or you're ironing more
Mhm.
wrinkles on. And he got a little annoyed with me. I could tell. He got very testy with me. He was like, this is fine. I'm fine with this. This is the amount of wrinkles I'm comfortable with. I'm getting it
There should be
done.
no wrinkles unless you paid for wrinkles. Unless you got like fucking like, was it like Josh Allen or some bullshit like that? There's not. There should be
I
no
think he just
wrinkles.
wanted it done because he's got.
Then why do it?
I
Listen,
don't know
I'm
why.
sorry
I
that
don't
I
know
got so testy about fashion,
why.
but I mean, if you're gonna fucking wear
More
suits, if you're
clothes.
gonna wear suits, make them look good. All right. Like
Yeah.
Erica dry clean, it doesn't dry. She machine washes all of my fucking collared shirts, and you know why? Because I don't like my job. All right. But you know where all of those shirts used to go? They used to go to the goddamn dry cleaner.
Yeah. That's what my mother-in-law does for her husband. She just sends literally all of his clothes to the dry cleaner so she never has to iron or anything. Maybe I should start doing that.
I mean, it's so for shirts, it's surprisingly cheap. Suits is also surprisingly cheap. I
We're
do not,
talking just like business casual, like nice collared shirts, like button up
dude. If he's got more than 2 weeks worth,
slacks.
if he's got more than 2 weeks worth of variations, throw it over to the fucking the dry cleaners, man, because it's a better look. It just and it's actually clean, and you really only have to do dry cleaning. You can wear it multiple times. You only have to do it a couple times a
Yeah.
month.
Yeah, he does try to wear, especially pants. I don't know if he does shirts so much, but he does wear pants multiple times. It's not getting very dirty at an office job,
No,
like it's fine. Um,
not
but yeah,
not
anyway,
unless you got a good secretary. Know what I mean, fellas? Woo!
he does not have a secretary.
Sexretary. Sexretory.
But yeah, no, I felt
Butt
really bad
sex.
about it because he was immediately annoyed with me, and I was just like, but it's a legitimate point.
It is a
Ah,
legitimate point. I used to iron all
yeah,
my own shit.
yeah.
I lived in such an old building that I had like a pull out in the kitchen, a pull out ironing board in the fucking building. I would
Oh,
use
that's
that.
nice. I wish I had one of those. That'd be
You
nice.
don't because
Yeah.
you would have lived in a building from the 1930s.
Okay. Well, I wish that I had one installed in my current building.
They
My
probably do
current house.
those. They probably do those.
Okay.
All
While
right, let's
this
get this
bothers
get
me,
out of the way.
it has never been a true deal breaker in our relationship. Because all women are like that. We all have a particular way we load the dishwasher, and men never understand that if you block the jets, the top rack won't get clean.
I don't want to have this fucking argument with you. I have it with Erica all the time.
I know. Anyway, all women are very upset with the way you guys do chores.
I'm
Very
upset with
often.
how women do comedy, music, podcasting. You've never brewed a beer in your whole life.
I've never brewed a beer. I've helped my husband make beer. He used to make his own beer.
So let's start with the big thing was you helped your husband, who's a
I didn't do
man.
much. Yeah.
I've never seen a woman build a computer. They don't work on cars. I don't. There was one bitch that flew an airplane, and we don't know what happened to her.
She's just gone now. She got lost.
You know what I found out about that? You know what I found out about that's so fucked up? They think they might have found where she crashed, and it was a place with a bunch of those giant crabs on it. So more than likely, she died and was eaten by a bunch of big ass crabs.
That's kind of scary.
Well, she was dead.
Crab.
She
Yeah,
was
that's
dead.
fair.
So
She died first.
yeah,
That's
I mean,
probably
if she was
yeah.
barely alive, then all she saw was thousands of fucking giant crabs coming at her. But
That would be terrifying.
Well, I don't know. Know your place. Don't try to fly planes. You're a lady after all.
I have no interest in trying to fly planes. I hit curbs and cars. I do not need to be behind the wheel of a plane.
That's another thing. I've never seen a fucking. Didn't they have one female NASCAR driver and all she did was fucking crash?
I went to one monster truck show in my life and I was rooting for the woman, right? And she did so bad. It was so disappointing. It's just like she goes for a second crash. Like, you didn't even do a kick first. What are you doing? You get no points. None.
Well,
It was so disappointing. I was like screaming, why?
That's because you're bad at stuff. That's why.
Yeah, well, maybe a little bad at stuff. I've got a toddler invasion in here right now.
I know.
Just so you're aware. Very often, when I do just about anything, whether it be a household chore, assembling a piece of furniture, taking a picture, or writing a presentation for work, in a field where I have a master's degree and she has no formal education, she'll do this thing where she'll condescendingly say, "You were so close to getting it right," really drawing out the so close part. I've told
So now I see the fight here.
Yeah, I've told her dozens of times that I'd prefer for her to stop because it sounds so condescending, but she insists that she's complimenting me. But, buddy, you cannot touch the microphone. That's a very bad thing. Do not touch the microphone. Okay. Okay. We might need to just.
That's fine. We got to do that. You can catch this one on the Patreon, everybody. She's got to go.
Stop hitting the microphone. He thinks it's funny because I told him not to do it. So yeah, we're gonna close out for right now. We will finish this on the Patreon. So give us $1. You get the Patreon episode that'll come out this Monday, and also all of the backlog, which is I think over 10 already. So that's nice.
Yeah, this will be the bonus. Will be episode bonus 12 actually.
So that's a lot of content for as little as $1. We are out of time for today. Go to patreon.com/here-to-help-podcast. As we said, you can reach us on Twitter at OctoAbbi and at One and Only Bryden. Get in touch with me to join our Discord server, except for the British kid. He keeps asking me.
I might let him back in.
Okay, we might let you back in. We're considering. Bryden, do you have any plugs?
The only thing that I know for sure I'm gonna do is on the 18th of November. As soon as I get off work, so I'll be home and ready around like 6 Eastern Standard Time. I will be doing the new Dark Pictures anthology game. The Devil in Me looks. Every single one of those games except the last one was bad. So, but I'll still do that. I'm still gonna do that because I already bought it. It's $40 fucking. Outside of that, yeah, I might be doing some VR stuff, but and then I'm gonna try to bring back Saturday Morning Mix. So that's over on Odyssey.com/Bryden.
All right, everyone, thank you for listening and have a great week, secure in the knowledge that we are with you and we're the only ones you can trust are here to help.